Hello guys, in this section we have two main goals. The first one, we need to understand terms being used in any database. Either this database is Oracle or MySQL, Microsoft SQL, they are all use the same terms. So we need to understand what do we mean by schema table, data table, key integrity, relational database, warehouse database, etc. And the second goal is we need to add sample data to our database so we will be able to use the data with advanced topics later. Let us start. Now, the first thing we'll start with it is to build a database with data, and through that we will understand different terms. Then later, we are going even go in deep with some advanced terms, and also we start to give examples in a practical. So by this, the integrity of information is going to be perfect because we mix the theory with the practical. So what I want you to do with this lecture, you will find the 3 files. I want you to download them, and each one of these files contains a script, which is a Microsoft normal SQL script. Now, let us see how we are going to implement the script to our SQL Server database. You need to access definitely in SQL 2019 box, access to your server manager, the management studio. I used to call it server manager. And here we have the default settings. We need to log in, connect. Here we are. And take a look to the database now. If you expand it, you will have system database and you have database snapshots. Our goal now is to create a new database. So right click on databases and click on new database. And then I want you to type by stores. So simply we'll try to run a database for bike stores. And in the bike stores, you can imagine what we have in there. We have different brand bicycles, different types for adults and also for children. We have also buyers. We need to save their information. Buyer might buy more than one bicycle, etc. So for now, before we continue in deep with this example, just to create a database name bike stores, and you will see the system automatically is going to create 2 elements to you. One of them is bike stores, which is going to represent rows. This is where the data is going to be saved. And the other one, bike stores log. And log data will be used to feed all the transaction to the log and then apply what's in the log to the database. This is one of the main benefits of the logs. Later also we will discuss it in more details. And all the other data, you will have it in here currently, keep it as it is. You don't need to change it. Then click OK. Now here we have a new database, which is bike stores. These two were being created by default, and this is our main bike stores. And as you see, once you create it, you start now to have like sub OUs inside it. You have database diagrams. It tells you here now the database does not have one or more of the supported objects required to the database diagram used to create them. For now, no. Tables, we have system table, file table, external table, graph tables, but all of these currently they are just empty projects or empty folders inside the main project of the database. Now the next step, I need now to provide data in our main bike stores database. So how we can do that? Access to file, and in file select open, and in open select again file. So we want to open just a file. And our files, they are available now on the desktop of this device. So I need to access there. And in desktop, as you see, you have 3 main files. One of the files is bike store sample database. This one to create objects. This one to load data. After you create the main objects, you need to load data to these objects. And this one in case you want to drop all objects and start over again. So let us start with the main one. You need to run it in sequence. Now drop all objects, you don't need to run it, unless you wish to delete all data and you want to do the practice again. So with the create object, let us open it first. It's not going to run directly. It's going to show you the code inside it, and then we can execute this code. So if I take a look here to this code now, first it is structured query language code, which is a normal code. And this code, which is being used with SQL databases, we have 2 main parts. The first part is to create schemas, and the second part is to create tables. In a schema, we want to create now schema for production and another schema for sales. While in the table here, we have all the tables which we need to build in this project. For now, it is very early to explain why do we have this number of tables. Why it is not just one table where I am going to save all my data like Excel sheet. The reason is because we applied normalization to split one big table to different number of tables, and then we use key to link all these tables together, and the final shape we call it relational database. That definitely to be explained in more details, so we can cover all these concepts. But for now, we have two schemas and we have a list of tables, those tables being splitted because we use normalization. There is definitely in each table a major key, as we see in here, like here we have a key, here we have again a key, and the key can be used to link all these tables together. And the final shape of all these linked tables, we call it relational database. We will see what is the benefit of normalization, why do we initially need even to apply it. So in here we have now all these tables to be applied. Now to run this code, you just need to access here to this part and select execute. And the command is completed successfully as we see. So currently we have now all these tables. Let us take a look. Access to tables, expand it. And here you have your system tables, file tables, external graph. In addition, the tables which we created them by using this code. Now we need to provide information or data for these tables. So by this we need to run another file to load data. Just in case if anything might went wrong for ABC reason, then I want you to delete the database. And to delete the database, you should first close the query language which you have it in here. Then access back to bike stores, right click, select delete. And just click on OK, and the system simply delete everything. If you want to run it again, database, right click, new database. Again here we type bike stores. It's okay. System recreate everything for us. And again I need to access to file, open, file, load the first file. And the next file now is to load data. Let us open it. This one is even bigger. And here from the first look you can tell it is for data. So I'll try to do now, we try to inject tables with different kind of data. So we need again to load the file first of the object, definitely. So let us open the other file for the object. Here is it, we execute it. Command completed successfully. For bike store now, we need to refresh it. Refresh tables, we have the tables. Now we need to inject these tables with the data. So as we see here with the production brands, first we set identity insert to on. So we'll be able to inject it with data. We provide all the data we want and then off. Then same on for production categories and off, and the same with all other tables. Of course, the other optional variable is data entry or manual input, but it's better to run such command to have big database so you can use it for different purpose. Okay, we need to run the command now. So execute. Now because we have here a long command, so telling you what row affected, does show you exactly what you have, and all now is done. We don't have any error, which means the data now is available in these tables. We need to give it a try. Access to sales staff, right click and select top 1000 rows. So the system now first show you what is the command which you can use it. Select top 1000, staff ID, first name, last name, email, phone, etc. from this table, which is bikestores.sales.staffs. And here you have now the information. We don't have 1000 staff member, we have only 10. So we will get all of them as we see down here in the result. So by this I know now I have the data for everyone. Now definitely we are going to learn all of these step by step. We try to understand the data, how does it come, why is it like this, here why do I have a store ID, what is the benefit of it. We have a staff ID in addition to the normal order, we have it here to the left. So all of these we need to understand fully, and also to understand all the terms behind the database. That's all what we have it. We have the data which we need to use it now. Later you can feel free if you want to delete all the data. You have two steps you can do, or two options. The first one, make sure just to close any code that you might have it in this screen. And once you close it, right click simply on bike stores and delete. And then you can recreate it, and you have two main files, one to create object, the other one to load data. Or if you have the problem with the data itself, later maybe we will run some script. With those scripts we are going to delete some rows, add more rows, etc. And you want just to have a fresh start again, then just run the third file, which is drop data. Is going to delete all the data, and then you can after that re-execute the load data. We can give it a try here quickly. File, access to open, and then open again to file, In file now, we have drop all objects, open. With this new one, as you see, draw table, drop table, all the tables we have, and also drop the schema of these tables, execute. So this one, completion successfully. If I now access to bike store, right click and select refresh, and then now jump to tables, we don't have anything. So you need again to access first to the tables, run them, and then you need to load data after that. And by this, you will have again your refreshed database. So make sure you have your data and we can continue from there. Thanks for watching.